YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back on Total War Arena and the Alpha, and of course for another battle video here. This one's going to be a good one to show you what happens, or why the game will not be good if there's not enough players, because I was playing this kind of late at night, obviously in America where pretty much all the players should be in Europe. So not many of them were awake, obviously, so just very few people. And you can see that we got a match here where we have people all the way from tier 7 down to myself at like tier 2 and 3, or I have, I think, tier 3 units, but there's others with tier 2 units. And I wanted to show you this also because we ended up in a game against CA Dogbert and Mechachomp, which some of you may be familiar with. So yeah, I figured it'd be fun to show. And yeah, so this one's going to give you an idea what happens when you end up with wildly mixed tier units. And obviously you can go ahead and guess the results for yourself, but we'll watch it. So we'll see how my tier 3 units stack up when we have level 7 spears and level 5 swords and cavalry and all kinds of stuff around. So I was lucky I didn't skirmisher spam here, because if I had, then there would be, yeah, then I would be really screwed because I'd have no way to protect my skirmishers. So at level 4, cavalry start to be unlocked, and that's kind of what helps fight the skirmisher spam that you're going to find almost non-stop in the first 3 tiers. So that's just kind of an idea, I think, of what to expect. I'm going to make sure the sound's turned down where you can hear me. So yeah, I'm going to move forward. I mean, obviously, you know, again, that's one thing I like about this game so far is that, I mean, who cares if you lose, whatever, it's just a fast match. You still gain experience, you still gain silver, so winning is fun, obviously, but yeah, it's not always going to happen. So I'm just kind of moving up. I automatically see that flag pop up in the tower, so I know there's enemy cav up there because nothing else could have gotten there that fast, which means that if they have artillery, they can now see all our troops in the area. You can see there that our horsemen are going up to check it out. But he's being ambushed by different units that are already in the area, so he's going to have to get out of there. There comes CA Dogbert smashing into that cavalry. My spears are there nearby for support, and I'm going to get a few kills on Dogbert, but not many because he's going to pull out. He basically, I mean, that wasn't the best charge. He did some kills on that unit, but not a lot. I don't know if he knew if my spears were there. But see there, Dogbert's cav are going to crash into another one of my teammates. So yeah, it looks like Dogbert's running around with like tier 7 units, and a lot of us are like tier 4 and stuff, and it's not like they did this on purpose. This is just to show you what happens when the matchmaking doesn't have enough players. So yeah, you'll see my my tier 3 spears here, and look right there, my slingers got shot. One volley took them down to half strength from a unit that I couldn't see. And then the second volley has almost finished them, so, you know, that's, again, those are actually just slingers. I just couldn't see them. They're only level 3, but just to give you an idea how quick you can die from a mistake, and imagine how much faster that would have been. Now, fortunately, some friendly cav gets over to him, but there's some enemy cav there to help out as well. So yeah, so far not going real good for us. We're already down 200 men. And I can see there's enemies that have captured the tower, but with those slingers around and my slingers mostly destroyed, I'm going to have to be very careful at this point. I can't really be aggressive because with them having that tower captured, I have to pull back because those slingers are going to be able to fire from maximum range with the tower captured. And they have a pretty long range. You can see more skirmishers turning up in the forest, swordsmen. So yeah, it's just a very, very dangerous situation for us. You can see Dogbert's level 8 cav there, wrecking level 4 cav. So yeah, a little bit of mismatch here going on. And you can see that it's going very poorly for my team. We're already down almost 300 men to the enemy, and I can't catch their cavalry at least. There's nothing I'm going to be able to do about that, because all I have is spearmen and all they have to do is run away, so I would just have to get incredibly lucky. We have a lot of forces up on the hill, which is really not where we need them at the moment. And again, with the tower captured, though, they're going to be able to see all those troops, which is going to give them a nice advantage. Dogbert's cav, I'm going to try and chase it off here, but it's going to go ahead and get a few kills and then just run away. The cav doesn't die super fast to the spears unless you get a solid infantry charge or something on it, which I did not there. Again, see, he's going to keep pushing with his cav. So, I mean, level 8 cav is crazy. I mean, that is so high level compared to what he's chasing after here. And again, it's not like Dogbert set this up. It's just matchmaking. But again, this is what worries me. I'm giving you all an example of what the long term of this game will be like if they can't keep a high player population. You're going to be joining the game like, ah, cool, I'll try out this free-to-play game, and then your first match is going to be against level 8 units like this while you're running low stuff, and you're going to get absolutely destroyed. There will be no question about it. I don't mind the fact that units tier up. It's kind of fun, and it makes stuff for you to unlock. But again, the downside of something like that was kind of like the same it was in Shogun 2. If the matchmaking doesn't favor you well, then you're going to end up in an extremely unfortunate circumstance. And in Shogun 2, the generals at least cost more, maybe partway making up for the difference in, say, veterans and all the other stuff, but there's no cost involved in Total War Arena. You bring 3 units, and it doesn't matter which units they are. So it's a little different than Shogun 2 in that respect. So if you end up with a mismatch, there's not some kind of natural balancing that plays in. So, I mean, you're going to die. And you can see there they've got like really high level swords in our base, quickly capturing it. And what in the world could we do about them? Those swords would instantly eat us alive. So even if I had got my spears there, they would have died very, very quickly. So, though a pretty valiant effort going on by the archers of one of our players, that's actually preventing them from capturing it quite as quickly. Possibly even buying me enough time to get there, we'll see. But Mechachomp has his swords there, and level 6 swords are going to have no problem very quickly destroying level 3 hoplites. I'll give him what fight I can, so I'm going to give him infantry charge here. But look, my unit there just gets absolutely murdered even though he charged uphill. I killed a few of his swordsmen, but again, like right there, his unit charged uphill and just murdered my spearmen. So again, I'm not saying that, I mean, he has a tier 6 unit. I expect that, but I'm just, again, this goes to show you why you don't want to end up with unbalanced matchmaking in this game. It shouldn't happen as long as you have a big enough player population, which again, when I was playing at this point at night, the player population was quite small, and this illustrates the point that I was making in the last video. If CA does not balance this game well, if they don't market it well, if they don't get out and make sure that it releases in very good shape, then it's going to flop very quickly because the player count will go down and no one's going to come in here and repeatedly get raffle stomped by higher tier units and just keep playing the game. So it will degenerate itself if that's the case. I hope it's not, but we'll see. So yep, you can see there old Mechachomp and Dogbert have pretty well led to the mopping up of a lot of our troops. We have some guys on the other side of the map actually trying to cap their base, but they've got so many men in our base at this point, and we possibly could have even won this battle that way if we would have had enough troops to keep distracting Mechachomp and his guys over here. But otherwise, they're going to cap us out here and win. So there's your example of how important... CA Dogbert said error. I didn't see that message before. Hello, Dogbert, if you ended up watching this. So, yeah, I didn't notice that he was messaging me, or else I would have messaged him back. He's a cool guy. I think him and Mechachomp are the ones that hosted the original Rome 2 Scan Intel tournament that a lot of us played in. So, cool guy. He's a community coordinator with CA. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm just looking around at the army for a minute. Matchmaking, that's why it's important right there. And hopefully y'all enjoyed watching Dogbert and Mechachomp poop all over me. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.